excited to be here. So yes, what I love about leveraging the podcasting platform to help you get more clients is that it's an authority platform. So inherently in the podcasting platform itself, you're building authority just by showing up there, whether it's your own podcast or whether you're on someone else's podcast. So this is really powerful because you could be saying the same thing on your Instagram channel. You could be saying the same thing in an email to your list. But if you say that same thing on a podcast, whether it's yours or someone else's, on a YouTube channel or on a blog, it inherently has that extra authority. Now, what I love about podcasting is that it's very different than all other forms of media that we consume because you can consume it while doing other things, which means that people are taking a walk and listening to you. They're doing their laundry and listening to you. They're driving in their car. They're showering, which is kind of awkward, but hey, no judgment here. Think of all the places that if you are a podcast listener, that you listen to podcasts and you're able to really do things that you would normally be doing while also listening to a podcast. And this means that people are willing to listen for a lot longer than they would watch a YouTube video necessarily, right? And you attract I don't know, I don't want to say higher level, but people that listen to podcasts tend to make more money and tend to really value their time more than someone that has all day to binge YouTube videos, right? So as if you have an offer that is a higher level offer that is, a higher ticket offer, you're much more likely to find that audience through the podcasting platform. So that's something to keep in mind too. But because people are willing to spend more time listening to a podcast and they can hear your voice, they're not seeing you. Nobody can, take away that element of video. There's so much power in being able to see someone's face, right? But the next best thing is having someone in your ear, and it creates this intimate experience. You're doing something. It feels like that person is like on the car trip with you, right? And you get to hear their stories, and you're able to get more than just that quick tip and really start to create a connection with that person. So whether that's your own podcast or you're a guest on someone else's, you're able to tap into that power that's just inherently there because of the way the platform is set up. Now, as a podcast guest, you actually have an extra advantage, believe it or not. And other than even having your own podcast, more so being a guest on someone else's podcast, is that when someone listens to a podcast, they tend to listen to that show over the course of time and really build that solid relationship, that connection with the host. That host is someone who they see as an authority, who they admire, and who they, have that know, love, and trust with, if you will. Well, when you're a guest on that person's podcast, it feels like that person is referring you.
It's
to
like
that listener.
An implicit endorsement. Yeah.
It is, which as a podcast host, you got to take that into consideration, right? Of guests that you're having, because we know how powerful it is for our listeners to hear us introduce somebody. And this means that people are getting to know you through the lens of immediately being that authority. They are getting introduced to through someone who they already know, love, and trust. That person is saying you're the go-to for something. And from that's teeing you up. So then whatever you say is just gravy on top. But them just reading your bio and introducing you creates a whole different type of relationship than really anything else that you're doing. So leads that come from that interview are going to be a lot hotter. They're going to be much higher quality leads than if you were running Facebook ads, or if somebody just saw a PDF that they downloaded and thought it looked good, right? By the time this person listens to you and then gets onto your email list, they feel like they know you, right? Like they are oftentimes ready to buy right at that moment.